lessons involved, contracts. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a message from the divine masculine, okay? So when I say a person, it could be female or male, the dominant factor, the dominant person in this connection. But we have the Emperor here to speak. So some of you guys I have seen in the shuffle may not be in communication. Some of you may be. Some of you all could be well. But if you want to know a little bit about what your person thinks of you, what your person is going through, kind of like cross-watching for your person, we'll get into that. So welcome into the channel. Take a seat. Let's see. Put some hand cream on. Really just don't like my cards to stick. I appreciate all of you guys' continued support. Hope you are enjoying your 11/11 day. We are doing a reading today as well because 11/11 isn't only for the twin flames. It also talks about wish fulfillment and stuff like that. So we have more to come for those of you that are manifesting in life purpose, finances, and love. So we will be discussing that as well. Make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe would be a good time to do that now. Hit the like button and keep posted in the community board, as that's where a lot of the scheduling, agendas, products, services, specials are. I have a lot of product codes and specials, so usually I tell you guys in the description box there's a link to Etsy. We are changing the platform for the store. Not sure if I'm getting my own website or how I'm going to do it, but that's changing. So the purchases are made directly through me, and you can contact me if you want to make purchases or have any interest. And let's go ahead and get started. Now, the actual card shuffled itself out. I didn't take like the Emperor, which you could, to draw the energy and ask the question. There's no problem with that. But this card actually shuffled out. Like this is what we should discuss, because we talked about the trilogy of the twin flame union, those in separations or those coming together. We also talked about the connection to source, the whole Stargate portal thing, from the command center and remote viewing and all kind of mystical, magical things. So when this card came out, it gave me the motivation and intuitive guidance to do like the divine masculine energy. So notice that in this deck with the wild unknown, we have like the dark sun, sort of. In some cultures, there's a story behind the dark sun, so you may want to look into that. But we have like the moon overshadowing the sun, which you can still see the glare, but then there's this darkness, so it talks about eclipse. Something significant about surrounding eclipse energy. Eclipse season for some of you, which I think what is the summer, July, the 7th month, the number 7. The number 7 is significant to you, Pisces. Okay, so just know that. And the Emperor also talks about the tree. So this is like tradition. This is like the 10 of Pentacles without discussing the leaves, right? Because the Pentacles show to be little pieces on the branches or whatever. But with the Emperor, it's just significant to the tree, the roots, the wood, everything, the pieces, the branches. So we could be telling a story of like Romeo and Juliet. That was a love story of two people that I felt they may have felt inseparable. And there were family ties and issues with heritage and who we are and who you are. So the differences could be in your beliefs, in your families, like in your financial status and who this person thinks they are and who they think you are or who you actually are and vice versa. So I didn't pick that up earlier this morning, but the reason why I said some of you guys are in separation is clearly because of the 3 of Cups, where we have 3 birds, right? The Mother of Swords comes in as the big bird. Now look, there will be 4 birds, right? If I put 4 owls, 4 birds, 4 energies, if I put these together. And then over here, we have the 4 of Swords. With this sword would be 5 swords. So it's like the end of a battle For some of you guys, it could be accepting an ending. For others of you, your person may feel detached from the situation or may feel that you've detached. But the Mother of Swords here tells me about somebody could be hurt from the situation. Someone sees the other as kind of like cold and standoffish. You could see this person as that, but it's crazy how you guys mirror each other. They could also see you as that. Like, if you can't have your way, there's an issue, right? So you may not be having your way right now with this person. This person may see it the opposite. Like, oh, I tried, they're just hard to communicate with, or they're cold and they're solid and they're stubborn. Or if you have set healthy boundaries, because for some of you, there's still the energy of like karmics and other relationships at play. So if you've set healthy boundaries on what you will and won't allow to come into this partnership or into your love life, this person could see you as just, like I said, kind of dominant, kind of stubborn, very intelligent though. This person thinks that you're very intelligent or very wise. However, it's kind of like for some, this battle, a battle being fought, a battle being won, there may have been some communication issues. Something needs to be let go of, and I think you or this person are still kind of holding on to it. You could be holding on to your integrity, setting those healthy boundaries and not self-sacrificing. And it talks about like what you will and won't allow, and the other person may not be meeting you halfway with whatever it is that they're doing that you're not allowing, or maybe it may be even your lesson to have more self-esteem and more self-confidence, and to be wise and learn from the past. So the history of this relationship, the history of your tradition, your family and stuff like that. So when I look at these three cards, as we mentioned, the sun energy, right? And then we mentioned the moon energy here. The Queen of Swords is sometimes associated with moon energy. And this talks about rest and recovery as the outcome. So either someone comes out victorious in a situation for standing their ground, or the other could just give up the fight. Either way, it's still a win. Like, you walk away with something, right? And then it's like the current energy being the Three of Cups is like a celebration for some of you guys. Okay, bring it over here. A celebration for some of you guys, or the fact that you are in separation. It's like because someone could be a little bit jaded is the word I was looking for before. Someone could feel like the other person is a bit jaded. That's what I got. So in meditation, which is weird, but it could be for some of you, if you meditate and maybe even communicating with this person through meditation, because the Three Cups I have sometimes associated with super consciousness. So it's kind of like an awakening of some sort. Maybe someone is realizing something, because I have to tell like all of you guys this story, and it won't fit just any one group or one person in particular. But I feel like this has a lot to do with communication. And if not communication, just an understanding. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading, guys. Getting it all shuffled up. We will be doing a pick a card at the end of the video. Current energy, we have the King of Pentacles. So it definitely talks about wisdom, where the Queen of Swords is that wise energy and victorious. Someone's on a route or a route to self-mastery. It also talks about learning from the past. So some of you guys may have some past issues that someone's dealing with, recovering from. Okay. They could be recovering from their own situations, or feel like there's something about you. Because I've done couples therapy where it's like something you could be doing, or something that you may have done in the past. And some people could use that as their crutch as to why they're kind of standoffish or withdrawn. But I think someone is withdrawn in this situation, is what I want to say. The Hermit card talks about spending some time alone. Okay, some of you guys in separation. Slow and steady wins the race. This is a lot of earth energy, so they could be focused on finances, or like I said, their life. getting their life together, and just spending some time alone working on self. That's a good thing, because the emperor, to be the emperor, has to be very stable, very strategic. And sometimes if there's any turbulence in the love life, in the finances or whatever, the emperor may focus on that particular energy. And so for right now, it looks like I said, finances, life, self-purpose. Now, in the lesson, we have temperance, where it talks about balance. So it's like you can't push this situation under the rug and focus on everything else and expect it not to come up again or be a situation or become a block. So be it you or your person, balance is going to be required in the situation. It also talks about chemistry, like this person is very attracted to you. And then it's also my reconciliation card, where there's like this reuniting of some sort for some of you. May not be for all of you, and I get that. But it's still this energy of the Queen of Swords in the past, where somebody was withdrawn, kind of cold and calculated, not really communicative, maybe not a lot of emotions. Someone very just, I don't want to say bitter, but they can even see you as bitter. And then if you put the Temperance card next to this bitter energy, it's kind of like very aggressive and maybe change often. Because I don't want to say bipolar, but it's like sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and then maybe someone is not speaking now. Okay. Some of you guys may even be learning a lesson to let go. Pisces, this is your energy, which is cute. Crowning the thoughts of the Emperor, we have the Hangman. So I am thinking about you. Now, for some of you, I don't know if those are good thoughts or negative thoughts, but they are thinking, because that is Pisces card. And it also talks about feeling stuck in a situation. Now, this Nine of Cups wanted to come out. For some of you, that's wish fulfillment. Others of you, it's friendship. Unless somebody has a drinking problem or an emotion issue that needs to be balanced out. And here we have the Emperor standing here, which could be an air sign. Oh my gosh, look, we got the Emperor and the Empress with 99. So some of you guys, it's even like this last journey of 1999. It's this last journey. That's what I've heard about the nines, when you come into closure of cycles. So here's one of you with the Emperor and the Empress, one of you, and I don't want to mix them up, but they both came out. So it's like one person is learning a lesson when it comes to anxiety, fears, Libra, kind of being in between this moon energy, the need for balance. And the other of you may be dealing with non-committed relationships, like I talked about, friendships, trying to find your own happiness or balancing out your emotions, because the Emperor again talks about stability. All of these cups could talk about emotions. The Empress here is very nurturing and grounded. This energy talks about anxiety and fears. So there's a need for a lot of self-involvement, self-advancement in this situation, for it all to come into like this union for some of you, if there is a union. I can't say that all of you will be reuniting. Now, in the near future, we're going to pull a card to see what is the Emperor cooking up in the near future, because right now it's kind of like feeling stuck, waiting. Oh, an offer? Is it? We got the Daughter of Cups. So here is an offer. Here is, I'm thinking about it, but I haven't done it yet. Here is the Four of Swords. I'm using my logic. I'm trying to do what makes sense. Here is that Five of Swords that we initially started with. Here is the truth. So some of you guys may receive an offer about the truth, regarding the truth, from your Emperor. Okay? This person that I said, oh, look, wants to get, wants to reveal how they truly feel about you. Here's the Lover's card. I absolutely love that. Any challenging aspects about this situation, other than this Ace of Swords that wanted to come back out? Challenges about this situation. Oh, could talk about blocks. Could talk about not choosing to come forward, not making decisions. And now we have Three Swords, which leads to heartbreak. I don't want to make a choice. I don't like choosing. I don't like decision making. So it's like I do nothing. And for some of you, that doing nothing kind of leaves you feeling stuck in the clouds and wondering. Okay? So just be mindful of that. In the environment, the Ten of Swords is kind of like over. That's dead and gone and completion. It's like beating a dead horse for some of you. So it's kind of like when you're talking to this person, they're not being very receptive of what you're saying. That you may be even saying the same things over and over again. So just be mindful of that. Coming toward you, we have the Chariot here, where it talks about the hopes and fears. And then the outcome, we have the Judgment. So there's another 10 missing. Not sure. Talks about the unexpected with this Tower card. The Star card tells me again about this wish fulfillment or your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Aquarian energy is also the water bearer. So it's like the containment of the water or the pouring out of the water. Don't know if any of you are in that Queen of Cups energy, graduating into this Queen of Swords energy, removing blocks, making decisions, kind of being at a cross, but needing to find balance. It definitely talks about an ending for some of you in the environment. So I may be for sure talking about people in separation. Those of you in separation, this person, either you feel, like I said, is kind of jaded or they feel that about you. But then here we have the Chariot where it talks about moving forward, communicating, transportating where things were slow, kind of to take off in the past. This is things speeding up through attraction, through decision making. And it's like if they stop delaying this communication. So I do hope that that helps for you guys some. We're going to do the pick a card. So pick a number 1, 2, or 3. I'm also going to choose one for the collective. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, for group 1, there is your card. Group 2, there is your card. Group 3, there's your card. For the collective, see, I knew it. We do have the Queen of Cups, which talks about nurturing, being more grounded. And then we also have this Ten of Swords. So it's like taking action, some type of communication, being cold, not talking, has something to do with chaos and emotions. I'll tell you that. Or ending something and beginning something else. Definitely not speaking. Definitely not speaking. Someone may move slower than the other person, and someone moves faster. But I do feel like the person that took their time is slowly coming into the awakening, because the Judgment card could talk about the finality of something. And it also could talk about, the revelation of something. So becoming aware of the situation and then through whatever this is, okay? Group 1, you have the Ace of Wands. That's my cord. That's my attraction. That's a new idea. That's this, what the Temperance card talks about, alchemy, like I said, or chemistry of some sort. So you guys may have a very strong chemistry. Group 2, you have the Three of Wands. That's my repetition card. So this situation may have something to do with the past. Somebody waiting, but still stuck in the past on the situation. And then group 3, you got the Sun. Unions, marriages, happiness, a yes to whatever question you ask, and more Leo, Aries energy. Okay, so until next time, guys, namaste.